Welcome to setting up a PuTTY session for your EC2 instance. Here in our AWS EC2 instance dashboard, we're just going to try and connect to my Splunk indexer number 3. And here AWS has a guide that we're just going to walk through for the prerequisites to connect using PuTTY to your EC2 instance. You probably have everything else like PuTTY installed and your instance is ready, so the thing you need to do is convert your private .pem key to a PPK using PuTTYgen. So we're going to walk through the steps of using PuTTYgen here. From the start menu, choose all programs and then PuTTYgen. Mine is right here as I had it open. And this is where we're going to load up our key. So we need to select the key to generate and we're going to choose RSA. We're going to hit load. And then we're going to select our .pem file that came from when we created our key pair instance in our AWS account. So it's not going to show up unless you hit all files. And you can then select your keys, that's the .pem, and click open. It's going to say it's successfully imported. You can click OK. And here is your .pem file. Now, we need to give it a passphrase. If you just try and hit save private key, it's going to be, are you sure you want to save it without doing a passphrase first? So make sure you set your passphrase here. It can be any phrase you like, and then just confirm it by typing it again. And then you'll be able to save your private key, and now it's protected with, even if it becomes exposed, your passphrase is an additional layer of security. It's now going to convert this .pem file to a .ppk file, and I just title it the same thing. My keys is the title that I use. It'll do the correct extension, and then you can just save it to a location that's easy for you to reference. I put mine on the desktop. Reading through the document here. All right, so our key is set to go. We've converted it from a .pem to a PPK. Now we can use PuTTY, not PuTTY key generator or keygen, to now connect to our EC2 instance. Now we'll pull up PuTTY. We're going to put in the host name, and we're going on port 22. The host name, when you connect to it, you're going to grab this whole thing right here, copy it, and paste it in to where you're trying to connect to. Connection type, obviously SSH. And now we want to go into our connection. I don't like my sessions to time out, so I set a keep alive every 180 seconds, so that's every 3 minutes. Optional. The guide recommends you do it as well. It's nice to not have your sessions time out. Then you can go into the auth section, your credentials. This is where you're going to put in that .ppk file that we just converted. So select it from wherever you stored it off, hit browse, upload, and then once all of your settings are in here, your connection setting if you want that, your session information with your correct type, you hit open. This is where you put in your passphrase that you created for that additional layer of security when you converted your PEM file to the PPK. Type that in, and there you go. Successfully connected to your EC2 instance using PuTTY.